All right, everybody. So generally, I take what I want and make it fit on what I have or whatever. So I have a 97 Nissan pickup motor and transmission, 5-speed in a, this is going to be a 94 Pathfinder. It is air ride. It is body dropped, stock floor. I've got a frame rail that I built from the firewall back. That's all completely my build. So today, all right, so let me back you back up just a second. What we're doing is the stock floor body drop. So the body is lower onto the frame, which means the motor sits up higher and the transmission and all of the driveline sits up higher. So when you're sitting in your seat and the gear shift is way higher than it's supposed to, I mean, some people have really tall ones, but I'm not into that. So I want a short one. I've lowered this engine 1/2 inch, so that means I'm 2 inches higher than factory. So what I wanted to do is a short throw shifter. Now the 240SX and the Hardbody is really similar. So what I decided to do was order a really cheap, this is honestly very inexpensive short throw shifter. You have to get the one that bolts in like this, so that will fit like that on that lip. Alright, so that's how it stays on. They sell them that fit on the whole piece here, and I had an S14 and I had that shifter and I really enjoyed it. But this bolt pattern is different. So this top plate right here is different than an S14. I have an S14 engine right here, and if you want to compare with my little video, that is your bolt pattern on the S14 and your bolt pattern on the Hardbody. Let's stand the same direction so you can tell that right there. So that top hat won't fit, so this one should fit, I would assume. I ordered it and it was $44 or something, pretty generic. So you got your spring in there. I'm getting over an illness, so I'm coughing a little bit. So this goes on in there like that, and it's springy. All right, so this will go on next, one way or the other. And this is made directional, so you've got that angle right there to fit the ball right there. So what I did is I put that dude right in there, and then you've got this spacer sleeve that's supposed to fit like that, and then you've got this, and I've been beating on it because it is a very tight fit, which is good. I really like that, but I'm not going to beat it on right now. I'm going to show you if I can here. So you press that down and you have a little wiggle. It's not supposed to wiggle up and down like that. So I was wondering if I had, since this is some kind of cheap part, if I had something that was machined wrong, or the sleeve is wrong, or whatever. But if you carry it over here to this transmission, you slide that feller down in there. If I can get it lined up on camera here. Alright, and then you take your sleeve and you put it on. So this is the transmission that is supposed to fit, and I have zero wiggle. No wiggle. That's what we're supposed to have. So it is not machined wrong. It is supposed to fit this engine and transmission. So the part is not defective. So what I've got to do at this point is overcome my wiggle. I make stuff up as I go quite often, so this doesn't really scare me. What I'm considering is flipping this over. So I've got my angle here and put it on. And I have already done this once. I have no wiggle. But once I put this sleeve on, and then put this little hat right here on, it is very, very tight. Once I get that all bolted down, and this is really heavy, it's really pretty good for what I gave, the price that I gave for this thing. See if this will screw on. I can't shift this without this extension here. So once it's tight, this in neutral, it will not go back to center here. So that's loose, but once I tighten this down, I'm gonna put it in third. So now it is super, super tight. That's not cool. It might wear in. The more you drive it, it may wear itself in. But this isn't even tightened down yet, so it may be bottomed out. Oh gosh, about to drop my phone here. It is bottomed out, so I mean, it's gonna work, but it's just a little tight. It's supposed to go back to center. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put you on pause and I'll just bolt this down and I'll see how it feels. Alright, I've got it all snugged down pretty good, so it's not super tight. It is. I usually over tighten everything, and that causes me so much problems. I strip stuff out, end up having to retap something larger or cut the nut off the backside and weld a new one in. But you can see, if I can hold my camera still, you can see it stays. It doesn't come over. But it's not sloppy. It feels really nice. This is all weighted, so it feels real, like a really nice quality item. And just feeling of it sitting here, I just went through all 5 gears without any issues. And it's a little stiff, but you know what? I don't think I'm gonna modify it at all. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's like a 3-piece. This weighted center piece comes off separate from the knob on top, and they claim that this is the same thread as stock. But usually whenever you get a aftermarket, my bad, gotta say things correctly, people will call you out. So an aftermarket knob, I plan on painting this blue, so I found this was really cheap as well. I'll put you on pause and then we'll look at this. So as I was saying, usually whenever you order an aftermarket knob, they will come with different adapters. So you just take the adapter that you need and screw it on there. That's the one we need right there. So then, if I paint this blue, this knob I thought was really cool. You can get them 6-speed or 5-speed. That's upside down. So we got, what's it say? Mugen or something, I don't know. Anyway, this is like a Chinese cheap thing, but it looks really cool. So I'm gonna try to run that. See if we can screw this in here. I'm gonna pause you. Alright, so with that screwed in, I can go a little bit further probably, but for right now that's gonna be fine. So I've been putting polyurethane bushing grease on everything, and my hands are slimy, so now this is not shiny anymore just for me handling it. But that's completely upside down, so we'll probably put some thread lock on there and get it to where it fits good straight up. But everything seems to be good. It actually feels pretty nice. This is, let's see if we can, hold on. I'll just take you with me. So this is my parts truck out here, 97. I'm gonna use all the wiring and everything out of this truck and put the shifter back here. There we are. Don't lose that. Yeah, if you order one of these, you have to order it from like Australia or something, one of those snap rings. I had to order one. Anyway, so the difference in these two is substantial. Huge difference. Let's see, we'll mate them up together. There we go. So an enormous distance different. So yeah, so there's that. It ought to be really good. I'll pull these off and I'll lay them down on the floor and compare them. Alright, so there is the difference right there. I've got the balls lined up, and this one bends, goes way over there and then comes back. So that one is going to be way smaller. Got a tape measure over here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. So let's see, height is like 5 inches, roughly 5.5. And the good thing about all of this being threaded, if I don't like something, I can just cut this and weld on whatever I need and then put a boot over it. So if it doesn't come back far enough or something, I can just modify that. I've even cut these down and modified them. I think I cut it right here. I cut a section out of one of these because after I did the stock floor body drop, I was hitting the dash with this, like the ashtray or something. Maybe it's hitting here, maybe I cut it down here. Anyway, I cut these down. Cut and weld on those all you want. So it's not some kind of weird metal. That might be full of rubber right there, I'm not sure, but I did weld it, didn't have any issues. So I'm kind of pleased with this. Anyway, if y'all want to see more of this build, I'm right in the middle of it, and I'm posting videos all the time of me building this up. So I don't know, I'm just doing stuff. Alright, y'all have a good day.